Today we're going to enjoy a story about a hunting trip to the North Pole. Okay, before we go into the lesson, before I read the story and explain the story, enjoy the story along with you, I would like to tell you something about the polar bear. Have you ever seen a polar bear? Well, you might have seen it in the picture or in the television. Okay, a polar bear is an animal which has very thick fur, okay, that protects it from the cold. And a very interesting fact is that the polar bear can swim about 100 kilometers at a time. Okay, and this story about the hunting trip to the North Pole it tells us about the relationship that is between a father and a son. So shall we enjoy the story together? This is Hans the polar bear. Okay, the name of the polar bear is Hans. He lives with his family in the land of ice and snow. Today, Hans goes with his father on his first hunting trip. His father swims in front and Hans is behind him. Hans looks around. He sees a small seal. What would have happened after that? Can you imagine what would have happened after that? He is setting out to his first hunting trip with his father, and both of them, father is swimming in the front and Hans is behind him. But suddenly, Hans sees a small seal. Okay, let's proceed and see what happens next. That will be the first thing I catch. Okay, Hans was so excited. He was thinking in his mind that the seal would be the first thing that he was going to catch. He swims after it. The seal gets away and Hans loses his way. Okay, the seal was swimming and Hans was behind it. Remember that he is out on his first hunting trip. Okay, so the seal is swimming and Hans is running behind it. And what happens? He loses his way. He sees only water all around and he cannot see his father. But the little bear does not lose hope. He swims and swims until he sees a big chunk of ice. Okay, so Hans is lost now. He can't see his father. Okay, but a very important thing here. Hans, although he was small, he did not lose hope. Okay, and he goes on swimming and swimming and he sees a big chunk of ice. And what happens? Hans climbs onto that big chunk of ice, right? Then what he sees snow on it. And what does Hans do? He makes a pile of snow, okay? And then poor Hans, he was tired perhaps, swimming on his first hunting trip. And he falls asleep on top of the pile of snow, okay? And he sleeps and everything he forgot. But then soon his worried father finds him. And Hans tells his father how he lost his way but did not lose his hope. Okay, his father was so proud of him. Okay, my dear children, that is the end of the story. So what happens? Hans was fast asleep on top of the pile of snow. Okay, and his father was worried and making an effort to find his lost son, found his son, okay, calmly sitting on top of the pile of snow. And father was so happy and father was also very proud. Why? Because Hans told his father that although he lost his way, he did not lose hope. Okay, so my dear children, I want to tell you today, okay, from the story, okay, we enjoy this story, okay, that is a relationship between a father and a son, number one. Number two, it is very important for us to have hope in life, okay. Even today, as you see, so many people are in despair, so many people are feeling very sad, okay, and so many people have lost their loved ones, okay. But even from this story, okay, little hands, he was also lost, okay, but he did not give up hope. So that is a very important lesson that we learn. We should know the importance of having hope in life, okay, my dear children. And thirdly, what we know from this story is that the polar bear is an animal which lives in the North Pole, okay. That is the main takeaway point from this story. And my dear children, I will help you out with making connections, okay, and assignments on page 29, page 30 and page 31, okay. Those are also continued on page 32 and 33. So those assignments I will help out, okay. I'll help you out on those assignments, okay. You can check up for the answers on your Miley app. Okay, till next time, take care and bye bye.
Stay home, stay safe, do it for yourselves, do it for your family, do it for India. Let's break the chain of COVID-19. Hum hum ye kamyab. Jai Hind.